Chandu the magician was on radio, a radio magician, and I sent away for a ball and vase trick. Did that for a few years, got some other things. And then when I got out of World War II, 5 years in the Air Force. Later on, I was to marry a girl from the town I was stationed in, my wife. My daughter took up magic, found out you could get fees for it. Some of the magic dealers recommended her to jobs. We advertised, and I looked around for the Society of American Magicians. I joined that and another organization, and I found that in magic, there are no bars. We have a prominent stockbroker, a very large firm, who can be talking to a baker who's unemployed, and all they're interested in is, where is the card? Can I get the card out of the deck and amaze the spectator? Unlike other organizations, it doesn't run economically. It's just, what can you do with a deck of cards? What can you do with a trick? Do you do close-up magic? Do you do illusions? And I found it fascinating. Children particularly are hard to fool. I can do something with my hands, you'll look at it. The child will watch the other hand, and I'll ask another magician at a party, what can I do to eliminate that? Now, they'll tell me a method to use to eliminate the child looking at the other hand. Because when you fool 30 adults and then a 10-year-old says, I know how you did that, which is a famous expression, sometimes means I've seen that magic before, I've seen that trick before. But sometimes they're right. They don't look where you want them to look. When I do this, you'll look at that. The child will look down at the other hand. I don't take a fee. I've done it as a court reporter in court. People will visit and say, boy, they know you all over the courthouse. Yeah, I've done magic for prisoners. One prisoner in the middle of a trick, I'm about to show him something. They took him off. He got a 20-year sentence. I can think of the guy up there never having seen the end of my trick. The great thing is that it gets into your personal life. Many of our friends are magicians. Some of the people, George Schindler and Eric de Camps, that earn their living that way. I do not earn that living. In fact, my wife, people will watch me and they'll admire me, and they'll say to my wife, does he earn his living that way? She says, no. She says, we starved to death. Thank gosh, he's a court reporter. My wife and I were going to a restaurant, and she said, Jerry, we have 10 people here. Leave a decent tip for the waitress. Don't leave your usual quarter. I said, no. She said, no. We have a lot of people. Leave a decent tip. How much did you bring with you? I said, I had some singles in my hand, so I showed her. I said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles. She said, are they legitimate? They're not fake bills? I said, I'll show you both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I asked her, I said, take a look at this bill. It's a real single, both sides. We got into the restaurant. We finished the meal. My wife said, 10 or 15 people. We can't leave $5. You need more than that. I said, all right. The magic word is, I looked at her, I asked her again, knowing her name full well, what is your first name? She said, Lee. Lee, that's the magic word. And with that snap of the fingers, I was able to tip the waitress 5, 10, 15, 20, $25. All you need is magic when you're short on tip money.